You get me that list at all costs!
I wrote this because of you.
In the history of crime, few have been so foolhardy as this striking young woman and her Uzi-waving partner, his own Bonnie and Clyde.
It's good, right?
So what made you sign on to the project? Word on the street is you grew up sort of around where these true events took place.
I grew up not far, less than a mile away. I've been everywhere in that neighborhood where it took place, and I remember the story. But that didn't really, that didn't have any bearing on it. I mean, it all comes down to the script, the person you're working with. You know, do you think it's gonna, how, is it a quality project? And that's what it was. We met, we talked about it, and I was originally offered the other role, the Griffin Dunn role.
Yeah, the guy who runs the collection agency.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
And that, you know, that was a fine role. It was a little bit, had a little less going for it than I wanted to at the point. You know, I wanted to do something with something I could dig into, and I felt like this reporter, it just attracted me, this reporter role, and so you were open to that idea, and we did it. And I knew Raymond a little bit. We had met once or twice, and I knew his movie, City Island. I was a big fan of that.
So given that the story is based on these two true characters, these lovers, these quirky guys, how much did you guys feel like you had to maintain the true story, or was it just about preserving sort of the essence of it?
Yeah, it's the essence that you want to preserve, because if we're not making a documentary, you know, we're not doing, you know, news magazine journalism. But what we are doing is we're trying to tell a true story and preserve its heart and its emotions. And to do that, I think you have to be willing to write free of exactly what was the color of her hair, exactly where did they live, exactly how did they behave with the, you know, we have to at some point take the artistic license of saying, why are we telling this story? It's because we really are involved in these big emotional issues in it. What is it to love someone, to be obsessed with avenging a father's death, to want to have a future with someone and yet know you can't shake off your past? That's the important thing. So the characters have to come from that, not just exactly what happened in reality.
And what I love is the tone of this movie. It's like funny and quirky, especially
There's a bunch of tones.
Yeah, if you can tell us what it is.
I think it's like sort of a gangster drama meets like quirky romance.
Yes.
But, you know, especially for you, Ray, working where you, you know, the genre of sitcom is so specific. I'm curious, as a director working with Ray and your other actors, how do you preserve that tone but sort of have the freedom to play within it?
To me, it's not. It's just tell the truth. You know, I mean, I never really think of it in terms of be funny or be serious or be. You know, it's always just tell the truth and let's find the, you know, let's find the human moments in it. And so the stuff that Ray did with Nina, the stuff he did with Frank Whaley, the FBI agent, these scenes were.
I think everybody's. That you just want to make sure people are in the same movie. So as long as they're all being real and true, if it's funny, it's funny. Let it be funny.
Yeah.
You know, there are some movies that are just gritty dramas, and there isn't even a moment of lightness or humor. And this wasn't that, but it didn't. You didn't compromise any of the reality of it and the truth of it.
It was truthful, yeah. Well, thank you guys so much.
All right,
I loved
thanks.
the movie.